If home is where the heart is, then mine's right here. I'm Amy, and this is My Texas Today.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to my kitchen. We have the good fortune of having Mr. Brandon Rhyder. He is a Texas singer-songwriter. We've not only had him once back in February, we are now having him again in the kitchen, and thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here as always. It'll be a fun day. We're going to have a lot of fun in the kitchen. Going to get to cook up something for everyone, the kids included. They're going to be involved, maybe not right here, right now today, but down the road, so it's going to be fun.
You know, the first time you came in, you made something extraordinary with lots of fresh vegetables and herbs, and I kind of see that you've got that theme going on again here. Tell me about all this.
Well, at our house, we like to get the whole family involved, and Dusty, he's 4 now, and he's really starting to enjoy helping Daddy in the kitchen when I'm home. And Mihaela, she's 2. She likes to at least wreak some havoc. So, yeah. You know, we're having fun, and a lot of times I try to include them on the dishes that we make. And this particular thing is easy. It's fun. It's make your own pizza night.
Awesome.
And so the kids are really, really enjoying that. One of the things that we've done is today is that I've brought in all of these vegetables. Most all of these vegetables are from local farmers markets around where we live out in the central Texas area, and a lot of the herbs and stuff are from my back porch, so to speak. And you know, that's a big part of, you know, we lived in Austin for the last decade, and then over the last couple of years I moved the kids and the family up north, north of Georgetown. And part of the reasoning for that was for me to raise my kids a lot in the same country setting that I was raised in, as far as understanding that a tomato or a bell pepper doesn't necessarily come from the grocery store, that they do actually grow these things. And not only that, but anytime you start with a recipe, the basic foundation of any recipe is having the freshest of ingredients. Your product's going to taste better, it's going to be better at the end if you have the freshest of ingredients. And so that's what we're doing. Even with pizza, we're going to make the sauce. We've got some fresh pork here. It's Italian sausage, and some fresh tomatoes out of the garden as well that we're going to make the sauce with.
So I think we got a lot to do, and we better get going.
What we're going to do now is we've got our out of the garden from the farmer's market, and some of these are from my tomato plants at home as well. We're going to cut these up, and we're going to start our basic sauce, our foundation for our pizza, the sauce, and then we're going to put all of these herbs in with them, and then we're going to transfer it over here, and we're going to start getting all those flavors melting together, and we'll thicken it up for the sauce here in just a little bit, and then we'll start the next thing, making our pizza. It's going to be fun. Here we go.
So what's the first thing you want to do?
Well, I just like to cut up my tomatoes, and
we've already browned the Italian sausage.
We have. And you know, that's the thing about making pizza. Whatever you want on your pizza, you can have. Today we chose Italian sausage. We've got some Canadian bacon. We've got all of these grilled vegetables, and we've got fresh mozzarella cheese, and we've got mushrooms. But the sky's the limit. Whatever you want to do with it, you can put carrots on it if you want to put carrots on it. It doesn't matter.
Jalapenos. Bacon. Pineapple.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
My kids would say, "Cheese, please."
Yeah, cheese, please.
Plain old cheese pizza.
You know, there are a lot of fresh, all these different tomatoes that are fresh right now from the garden. I like cooking with Romas. They just seem to make a really good base when it comes to making a sauce.
So you make your own sauce from scratch?
Yes, ma'am. I think that's the foundation of everything. You know, it's not always about doing the most work. I think the thing I love about Italian cooking specifically is the fact that a lot of times they don't use a whole lot of ingredients, but they make a really, really great tasting dish. And it's usually got flavors of sweet, hot, the bitter, you know, all of those flavors built into one thing. So I think we've got enough here to go.
Beautiful.
Right here. And so what we're going to do, let's pull the...
our lovely food processor.
Look at this thing. Yeah, it's beautiful. And basically what we're going to do is we're just going to... And yes, I'll wash my hands.
And add the tomatoes. Everything is so clean.
It is important to wash everything that you get. So we've got that in there. Now what I like to do right off the bat is just go ahead and start getting the other herbs in there. And so we've got some parsley, some Italian parsley, and then we have rosemary, oregano, thyme. These just come off real easy like that. And see, the thing about it is it doesn't take a ton of these herbs to
Little
really.
sprigs, to give it
Oh,
the
they
flavor.
smell great.
Yeah, I smell that.
It smells
it's great.
wonderful.
Reminds me of the last time you were here when we had all these beautiful fresh herbs.
Right?
Yeah.
And then some definite rosemary, and it definitely doesn't take very much rosemary to make up
The flavor.
the flavor.
Sure.
And this is, like I said, just all stuff that's growing out on the back porch.
That's great. Love that.
And then the key, basil.
You gotta have that. Oh, that's
Basil.
just a whole bunch you just threw in there.
Yeah, we love
Is
basil.
that okay?
Basil's great.
Good.
It's wonderful. Good extra virgin olive oil is always a really good thing to have. And we're not going to add a ton, just a tablespoon or so. And then we're going to add a little bit, some fresh, I see this is sea salt.
You eating pepper too?
Yes, yes, yes. And I put cracked black pepper on everything, and I love it. Gives it that little zing a lot of times. And I don't go shy with it either. All right, so we've got all of that together, and basically at this point we're just going to blend this all together.
Pretty.
Look at
That
that.
looks awesome. That's your sauce?
This is the foundation. This is the basic foundation of the sauce. We might need to do that just a little bit more. I got a little excited.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
So pretty.
And it smells great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, what we have here is we have our sauce, the base to our sauce, the foundation of everything, tomatoes and all these fresh herbs, olive oil, salt, pepper, sea salt, fresh cracked black pepper. So now we're just going to get it in here, and we'll let this sit here and do its thing. We'll start getting it thickened here in just a few minutes, and then we'll start the fun part, which is actually cutting up all the vegetables and making our pizza. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to start working with our vegetables that we've had out on the grill. And we've also got some fresh from the farmer's market garlic here, and we've got some butter. And this is one of the things that I love to do. I love garlic. Garlic is too pungent for a lot of people, especially in its raw form. But when you put it in the oven or on the grill and you roast it, it really mellows out the flavors a lot. I can mix this with a stick of butter, and I'll use it for 3 or 4 weeks in different dishes that I'm cooking when I'm at the house.
That's a great
idea.
So
it works out really good.
So how do you do that? You roast this first.
We already roasted this, and then we'll just squeeze as much of the garlic in there.
It's like a mashed potato.
Oh yeah, and we've let it cool a little bit, or I'd be screaming right now.
Right.
And
so you just drizzled olive oil over the whole entire garlic cluster.
That's right.
Wrapped it in foil, put it in the oven at 350, 375.
350.
For about
350,
what,
30 minutes.
Okay.
35 minutes. It's easy, and then you'll just start mixing this whole thing together.
With a softened stick of butter.
Oh yeah, softened stick of butter. That's easy. Now we're going to put this in the refrigerator so that it can start getting solid again, firming up, and then we'll bring it back out and use it on our pizza dough here in just a little bit. And the next thing we move to is our vegetables. Now, I know that some of the kids just want to have cheese pizzas, and we've got the mozzarella we're going to break out here in just a little bit. But for us adults, and I'm not really grown up, but I'm getting there.
Me either. I'm still 18.
This is a fun thing to do. It's all these different vegetables that we have. We've actually got some different bell peppers. We've got a red and a green, both from the farmer's market. We've got a zucchini from my in-laws garden in Northeast Texas. We've got a couple of different white peppers. I believe they called them mariachis. And then we've got some grilled onion as well. And so right now what we're going to do is simply take them, and once you take these and put them on the grill, they get really easy just to peel the skin off. And it's one of my favorite things to do is putting stuff like this, tomatoes, peppers, actually on the grill, and getting them. It just makes the sweetness brings the sweetness out.
It does. It takes a whole different
certainly
flavor
does.
to it.
I mean, I like to just chop it up.
Okay. Leave the skin on it.
Yeah. I work with my fingers. Don't worry about me cutting them off here.
Yeah.
And we're going to take them and take the skins off of them. And then we're going to get the seeds out of them. Unless you want to leave the seeds in them. Depends on how hot you like your stuff. Okay, here we are. It's the fun time right now, and we're going to get to make our pizzas. And
Yes.
so this is like when we've got the kids around, this is a really fun time for them because, you know, they don't get to get all messy with the food all the time, right? Except it's when they're sitting at the table and then it's all over the floor. But we have we have our sauce here that we've made from scratch. It's from fresh tomatoes.
Looks amazing.
From the garden. And it's got all the fresh herbs and everything. It smells really good. Now I understand what Emerald talks about, smell-o-vision. It does smell good. I wish you could smell it.
Yes.
And then we also have our fresh mozzarella cheese. It is really, really fresh mozzarella cheese that we've just grated up. Freshly grated. And we've got all of our different vegetables. We've got some red bell peppers, some green bell peppers, some zucchini, some white peppers. We've got our Italian sausage over here. We've got some mushrooms. Like I said earlier, the sky's the limit when it comes to what you want to do here. Whatever you want to do, however you want to make your pizza. If you want to put pineapple on it, put pineapple on it. If you want to put barbecue on it, put that on it. But before we go there, remember we did this right here.
That's right, the beautiful butter.
This is the garlic butter that we've made, and it's had a few minutes to sit in there. And, you know, this is just, I'm not saying it's the healthiest thing, but we're eating pizza, right? So we're not exactly completely worried about being healthy. But what I like to do is take that garlic butter and just go ahead and put it on the crust and just rub it all over the crust. Now,
I'm going to mention about the crust that these are store-bought.
Yes.
I actually found these at Target, of all things. They're just little individual style pizza crusts.
Do you want garlic on yours?
Absolutely. Okay. And I'm sure there's a variety of brands out there that you can buy. We could even make our own pizza dough, but we chose to not do that today.
Sometimes you don't have time to make the dough. It does take quite a bit of time, but at the same time, if you find someone locally from a local pizzeria or something like that, a lot of times if you get in good with them, you can actually have them make the dough for you, and you can just go pick it up from them. And you know, these things take 10 minutes in the oven. It's not like it takes that long. So if you can get it fresh from a baker, that even makes it that much better. So because we've got all of these fresh ingredients, fresh products, all of this stuff that we've been talking about today from the farmer's market, it would make sense that if you could get it fresh.
Just go the extra step and get one more fresh step. But I hope, I'm sure these are going to be great.
I think they're going to be wonderful.
Good improv.
Yeah, you know, pizza is, it's one of my favorite things to eat. I think everybody likes pizza. I don't know anybody who doesn't.
Definitely.
So we've got that. We've got that done. Okay. And now we'll just start building it ourselves. I like to build it starting obviously with the sauce. Some people like to layer these things and do it separately, but at different intervals. But
you know, I like yours because it's kind of thick.
Right. It's not, and that's part of once you get the fresh Roma tomatoes, and Roma tomatoes are really good for making sauces and stuff, like I said earlier. But if you take and then add just a little can of tomato paste to it, then it'll thicken those tomatoes right on up.
Okay.
So you got the foundation there, and now here's where we get to have fun. What do you want to put on it next?
A little crushed red pepper too.
Yeah, that would be really good. Some and that's always something that's
on my pizza.
An Italian's dream. Right? It's always got that.
I love that.
So now we just start building. I know that I like to have a little bit of.
Got to have your meat.
Yeah, I'm a meat and potatoes guy.
That sounds great.
What are you going to put on yours first?
I'm going to go all veggie.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going to put?
Well, I'm going to have all the veggies.
Okay.
A little bit of zucchini. Bell peppers look awesome.
And remember, we cooked these bell peppers out on the grill, and so they're not going to be real crunchy, but they're going to be a little bit sweeter because of what the heat has done to them. So
love the grilled onions as well.
And who knew you could put zucchini on a pizza? You can do whatever, ever you want to. I want some of this too.
Oh yeah, the fresh mushrooms.
Here.
Looks like you got a smiley face going on there.
I do. That's what I do. See, when you
got
kids,
smiley face pancake.
Look,
you know how to make the smile. Oh, isn't he cute?
For sure.
Yeah, these fresh mushrooms. Now, are these from your garden as well?
No, I had to buy the mushrooms. I don't have a mushroom garden.
Oh, they smell good.
I wish I did. No, I'm good there. And then we'll take the, you can either do one or two things. If you want to put more sauce on it, you put more sauce on it. But that's enough for me. And then we'll just go in, cover this up.
Fresh grated mozzarella. Yum.
That's right. Remember we were talking earlier, and I've mentioned it several times today, the fresher the ingredients, the fresher everything that you have that's into your product, the better that it's going to taste because it's straight from the garden, so to speak.
I've never had a real garden pizza. I'm excited to taste this. So how long will these bake?
400 degrees in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. They'll be ready to go. We'll let them cool for a few minutes. We'll eat them. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Awesome. Brandon's going to share some music with us. What have you got today?
Well, it's kind of a combination of a couple of different songs. First, it's more about youth, me being young and having, growing up the all-American childhood. We didn't have a whole lot growing up. We got by. But we had fun with what we had and each other. And now having a family of my own and getting to experience that and seeing, and you get to relive a lot of your youth, your childhood when you have kids. And so this is just from my house, which is kind of my refuge when I'm off the road with the family. And sat down and wrote this in a few short minutes the other night. I'd like to share it with you.
A little back porch picking?
Yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
All right, take it away.
Here it is. Spent the early evening cooking dinner at home, watching the babies play with their mom. They're deer in the backyard. The sun is going down. The house smells of bacon and eggs. You can have breakfast for dinner, or chase it with a beer. And hold to the ones that mean the most. Within the walls of love, standing in the arms of love, we can dance around the living room to another Walt Wilkins tune, we're the richest poor people around. We switch to wine from a box and sit on the back porch, listening to a lonesome whippoorwill. We don't hear them here much in these hill country hills. It reminds me of when I was young. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too while you hold your lover's hand. Watch the kids running through the sprinkler. But then the walls of love, standing in the arms of love, we can dance around the moon to another Darrell Scott tune. We're the richest poor people around. We've got all that we need, each other's company. We're the richest poor people around. I got a 68 Chevy with a 3 on the tree. Tomorrow we'll make burgers and fries, 'cause we're the luckiest family alive.
Well, if that doesn't make you cry, I don't know what will.
Well, thank you. That's always
sweet.
a compliment. When
And
you
a man
can...
that writes about food, that's awesome. It's the food and the music with you, isn't it?
It is. It's I'm in a really good spot right now. Really
That's
am
awesome.
with the family and the young ones and the career and everything that we're getting to do right now.
Thank
Having
you
a lot of
very
fun.
much for coming in the kitchen today
Yes,
and
ma'am.
spending some time with us.
It's always
appreciate
fun.
it. And now we've got to taste this homemade pizza real quick. I know
Oh, yeah.
I know you've had this already, but I just want a little nibble of that sauce for sure. We're really bad about talking with our mouth full around here. But that is delicious. I love it. I sprinkled some red pepper on mine because I love the kick on everything. And
we put a little on here, and then I put a
beautiful.
little Parmesan at the very end too.
I love that. And Brandon has also been so gracious, like he was the last time, to bring us 2 of his newest CDs, which listened to it from beginning to end many, many times. Now you're on to You Burn Me with your single right now. It's like number 9, 8?
Actually, it's 7 or 6 right now.
Moving on up.
It's jump. Yeah.
Moving on up. That's
Lucky.
awesome.
That's good stuff for
You're
us.
a blessed guy. And so he has brought us 2 CDs this week to share with y'all. So if you're new to our site and you've never signed up on the homepage, there is a place there that you can put your email address. And if you'll just sign up, we're going to draw 2 names this week, and we'll ship this off to you. And thanks, y'all, for joining us this week. Thank you, Brandon, so much for being with us.
Thank you.
So great to spend time with you. And until next time, y'all have a fantastic week.
Bye.
Standing in the arms of love, we can dance around the living room to another Walt Wilkins tune, where the richest poor people lay around.